Well, welcome to the BNI Effect, the home of amazing conversations with Brisbane BNI members, sharing tips on how you can get the most out of your BNI membership. I'm Tony Meredith, and ordinarily I am a business coach, but today I am your host and fellow BNI member, bring you yet another amazing conversation with the Brisbane BNI member. Today's guest is Jarrad Stuart, and today's episode is number 71. G'day, Jarrad. How are you, mate?
Very well, thanks, Tony.
Thank you for being here. Mate, why don't we kick it off by you telling us a little bit about who you are, what your business is, and the services that you provide?
Thanks, Tony. I'm a residential mortgage broker in BNI Alpha chapter in Brisbane City. My business is focused around home loans naturally. We do all types of home loans, whether they're low doc, construction, first home buyer, whatever it may be, refinancing or purchasing a property, we can help. Yeah.
Great. And how long have you been in this business for?
We've been going 5 years, thanks, Tony. Yeah.
Wow. And so before that, were you always in the finance field, Jarrad?
Yeah, before that, working for large financial institutions, Suncorp and CBA. And I guess by moving out into our own business, we're able to provide customers with a lot of choice and various different lending options instead of just having the one option for clients. And that basically provides much greater value for them.
Fantastic. And who would your ideal client be, mate?
Ideal clients, really anyone. We try to help as many people as we can. Obviously, we prefer those loans which are larger, like any good mortgage broker does, but we're more than happy to help people with pre-approvals, smaller loans, or complex situations.
Okay, great. So in business for 5 years. So then how and when were you introduced to BNI?
It was about 2 years ago, Tony. Interesting story. My uncle was a business coach as well in BNI. He's since retired, and he basically sung the praises of BNI and how it was be great as, especially as a mortgage broker. And so reached out to Sharon one day, and she basically sent me to a couple of chapters to see how it runs, and then circled back to her and said, "How do we do this?" And of course, a very popular position was taken everywhere, and so decided to start my own chapter with Sharon's great guidance, and we launched the chapter back in February of this year.
Right. All right. So let's have a chat. There's a few things there I want to unpack. So firstly, you went to a number of chapters you were saying early on in the process, and I think that's a good example for people wanting to explore BNIs that you don't have to go to one chapter. There are multiple chapters. And Jarrad, when you went to those different chapters, did you find them different, the same? Like what was your experience?
Yeah, very different cultures depending on where you are. Like went to corporate and central, for example. Ones based in the city have more of a service or professional setting compared to out in the suburbs where you find more trades. So I guess each chapter's got its own cultural and different seats that naturally get filled, which is great.
Yeah, and it's an interesting point you make because even though BNI is a global franchise, you've got the situation where, based on the individuals, based on the humans in each chapter, we'll give it those different nuances, different flavors that really are different. And so, I suppose the message there is that, if you go to a BNI and perhaps you don't like, for whatever reason, you don't resonate with the first BNI that you go to, certainly feel free to go and explore another because just because a particular culture doesn't quite fit, there might be another BNI out there that is actually exactly what it is that you're looking for. So that's a great example. Thanks, Jarrad. So you went to a few chapters, and then, as you said, your classification is a very popular classification, as too is mine as well. So then you found that you had to start your own chapter effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. Which was a bit of a journey, a lot of hard work, and we're now starting to see the fruits of the labour of the, I guess, founding members. So just tried to bring in people that we were already referring business to and getting business from, and then basically, yeah, step by step with the help of Sharon and also Avi, to get it off the ground in February this year, which is exciting to launch and have that formal structure of BNI. So it's been fantastic. Yeah.
So share with us the the steps or the process to get a chapter off the ground. Because for me, I walked into an existing chapter. In fact, it's one of Brisbane's oldest chapters. So what are the things that you need to do to start a new chapter?
Yeah, it's I found it quite challenging, especially the early couple of members getting people to come to a meeting when you've only got two, three, four, five people in the room. And I guess the benefit of an existing chapter is it's all set up there for you. So many people in the room you can already refer to. So as I said, like just focusing on those areas like accounting, conveyancing, the natural kind of fits financial planning with a mortgage broker that we're already doing business with, and really just getting them to come along regularly, and then asking them to bring visitors, and I guess a real focus on bringing visitors every week, less so focus on referrals, and a lot of focus on getting visitors in the room so that we could build it quickly, and then naturally people just wanted to do business with each other from there.
Yeah, so you're saying that you've been involved in BNI for 2 years, but officially launched the chapter in February this year. So, what, for about 18 months or so, it sounds like you were really sort of putting the pieces in place, ready to launch early this year.
Yeah, about 12 to 18 months. Yeah, setting it up with Sharon, as I said, and we just started having meetings to keep costs down in our boardroom here. And then eventually, when we outgrew that, at about 10 people, we moved across to Tattersalls, um, and got proper venue and everything like that from there. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So, how has being part of a BNI chapter influenced your approach to networking, Jared?
Yeah, I guess being relatively new, I've found it's about farming. It's about building the relationships with people in the chapter, and the I guess mortgage broking is one of those higher trusted services where not everyone wants to show you their financials or their pay slips, or their living expenses. So it's really about deepening your relationships with people, doing business with people you know, like, and trust, and just building those relationships over time with the same people, rather than, I guess, traditional networking where you're just trying to meet as many people as possible at as many functions as possible. So it is nice getting familiar with the same people every week, and business just naturally flows from showing interest in what they're doing, and how you can help their business and grow their businesses.
And how does BNI help you with that? So obviously they put the structure around the meetings, but is there anything else that BNI help you with to help you become a better networker?
Um, yeah, I think like the professional speaking, 45 seconds, your 10-minute presentations definitely helps prepare you for other networking or speaking events. I'd also say it helps your business as well. So had a few deals where things are critically urgent and you can pick up the phone to the accountant, get a directorship changed around in a few minutes, or to the conveyancer to get something settled rapidly. So there's a lot of instances where you're using the network to, I guess, enhance your own business and make you look good and solve a problem for a customer that's right in front of you. So that's great when we've got that ability to get another professional to pick up the phone instantly for you.
How do you measure your success in BNI? Are there specific metrics or stories that highlight your success, Jared?
I think there's a few instances where we've solved the problem for the client. One was we had a caveat, or client had a caveat on their property, and we worked that out quite quickly with the help of the commercial lawyer in the group. It was a spur debt, and got them then, as a result of that conversation, to pay it and get the loan settled, as I said, quickly. So success as well is probably about how much you give the group, and then naturally people want to give back. So it's that give as gain mentality. So I measure it by how much Thank You for Closed business we're giving, and how much we're helping, and that may not be in actual dollars, but might be a conversation with someone in the group that's providing a bit of advice, whether it's myself or someone else. And it's those little bits of information from a trusted advisor that's helping grow each other's business in the group as well.
You just touched on givers gain. Now, there'll be a number of people who are listening or watching who aren't involved in BNI, who aren't quite sure what this givers gain is all about. Can you just touch on that for me, Jarrad?
Yeah, it's one of the core values of BNI, along with others like accountability. And basically, the idea is the more you give to the network, the more you get out of it. So, it was specifically measured by how much business is being passed around the room, how much is getting given, but basically how much you're prepared to give to the group, and doesn't have to be dollars. It can be visitors you're bringing or other people that in your network that are solving a problem for a customer, or advice for a fellow business owner as well.
And how's your business evolved since joining BNI? What role has networking played in that evolution?
Yeah, it's definitely increased the amount of business we're doing. I'd say probably in the last couple of years, our business has doubled, and BNI has been a pretty material contributor as part of that growth. So it's been really good, as I said, from referrals, but also I guess advice that's getting passed around the room, and ability to call upon trusted professionals as you need them.
What advice would you give to new BNI members to make the most out of their membership?
Yeah, just follow the process. You know, as you say, first off, go find a chapter that suits you. First one may or may not be the right one for you, and then you know, if you manage to get into a group that you like and they like you, then just throw everything into it. Follow the process as much as you can. And the more you put in, you know, the givers gain mentality, the more you'll get out of it as well. So it's really like a family. You know, you help them, they help you, and at the end of the day, we're all moving together, all rowing the same boat, if you like.
And what's next for your business, mate? Is there any exciting projects or expansions on the horizon?
Yeah, we actually started a funds management business, which is a bit different from normal mortgage broking business, but started that on the 1st of April with appropriate licensing and everything. And so far, we've invested in global equities, and that fund is up 18.8%. So it's going really well, and it's quite a difficult industry to get into. So now that we're putting good runs on the board, it's very pleasing. And over the next couple of years, we'd like to just continue to expand that part of the business as well.
Good on you. And what prompted you to head down that path?
I guess probably previous experience when I was at Suncorp, I spent some time in their wealth management arm, and it's been kind of a long passion of mine and a colleague in our business to go into funds management. And we previously operated like a family office setup, fairly privately. So this gives, I guess, access to the public to get access to our skills and experience in that area.
And how do you see your relationship with BNI evolving as your business grows?
Yeah, I think BNI, where the magic really happens, this goes back to my original conversations with Sharon, is in that years 2 to 5, when you're in financial services or another trusted advice segment, it comes by building those relationships with people. So over the next 2 to 5 years, we really build those relationships out with members in the group. And as the group evolves and grows as well, because we're still relatively new, I think we can develop better relationships and deeper relationships, and hopefully get more business for everyone around the table.
And if you could share one piece of wisdom with our listeners, Jarrad, whether they be BNI members or not, what would that piece of wisdom be, mate?
Um, yeah, look, I think BNI is a great way to grow your business, especially if you've got a professional services offering that can benefit from referrals and other networking professionals as well. So I think it can definitely be part of your marketing strategy to grow your business. And it's definitely worth finding a chapter in your local area and exploring if it's the right fit for you.
Great. Wonderful advice. Thank you, mate. How can listeners learn more about your business and get in touch with you?
Yeah, just head to our website, skybridgefinance.com.au, or give us a call on 1300 759 346.
Wonderful. Thanks, Jarrad. Really appreciate it. Well, look, that wraps up another episode of the BNI Effect. I hope you enjoyed today's discussion, and I want to extend a massive thank you to our guest, Jarrad Stuart, for sharing his insights with us. If you found value in today's episode, then don't forget to subscribe to the BNI Effect on your favourite podcast platform or on YouTube, and please leave us a review. Until next time, give more, trust more, grow more.